శాంతాకారం భుజగశయనం పద్మనాభం సురేశం విశ్వాకారం గగనసదృశం మేఘవర్ణం శుభాంగం లక్ష్మీకాంతం కమలనయనం యోగిహృద్యానగమ్యం వందే విష్ణుం భవభయహరం సర్వలోకైకనాథం. Dear devotees, we are welcoming all for today's live streaming from our Setutirtha Kshetram, Bridgewater Sri Venkateswara Temple, New Jersey. Today we are starting with Sri Satyanarayana Swamy Puja. Please all of you keep watching and seek blessings from Sri Venkateswara Swamy, Sri Satyanarayana Swamy. Dhanyavadaha. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. Purvokta yavanganabhedanishthāyāmasyāṃ subhāti dhau यजमानस्य कश्यपगोत्रोद्भवस्य धर्मिष्ठनामधेयस्य अक्षयनामधेयस्य रीणानाम्याः शिवालीनाम्याः याष्नामधेयस्य दह कुटुम्बानां यजमानस्य कश्यपगोत्रोद्भवस्य समित पटेल नाम्याः हंसा पटेल नाम्याः सफिल पटेल नाम्याः अनिल पटेल नाम्याः जानू पटेल नाम्याः सह कुटुम्बानां यजमानस्य कश्यपगोत्रोद्भवस्य राज्यलक्ष्मी नाम्याः ललिता नाम्याः मिलर नामधेयस्य दह कुटुम्बानां यजमानस्य चंद्रपालगोत्रोद्भवस्य उदयशंकर नामधेयस्य कृत्तिका नक्षत्रे सिंदूरानाम्याः मूला नक्षत्रे आयुष्मान नामधेयस्य विशाखा नक्षत्रे आदर्श नामधेयस्य उत्तर फल्गुनी नक्षत्रे रजनी नाम्याः राजा रेड्डी नामधेयस्य उषा नाम्याः सह कुटुम्बानां यजमानस्य कश्यपगोत्रोद्भवस्य प्रसन्न नामधेयस्य श्रवणा नक्षत्रे दिव्या नाम्याः सुदविषा नक्षत्रे ध्रुव नामधेयस्य उत्तरा नक्षत्रे भार्गव नामधेयस्य पूर्वाषाढ़ा नक्षत्रे सह कुटुम्बानां सह बान्धवानां च क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर विरजा भयाजुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यधनधान्य पुत्रपौत्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं श्रीरमा सहित वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण स्वामिनः परिपूर्ण अनुग्रह कृपा गदाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं व्रताख्यं कर्म कारिष्ये. ओम अजम मुहूर्त अस्तु. ओम नमस्तदे नमस्तदे नमस्तघीनां पुरोगानां चक्षुषे नमो दिवे नमः पृथिव्यै सप्रदशभां मे गोपाय एतसभ्या सभासदः तानिन्द्रियावदः कुरु सर्वमायुरुपासतां. सर्वेभ्यः श्रीवैष्णवेभ्यो महाभागवतेभ्यो नमो नमः इति नमस्कारं कुर्यात्. ओम all of you do namaskaram. Please repeat. Om shuklam baradharam vishnum shashivarnam chaturbhujam prasanna vadanam ध्यायेत सर्व विघ्नोपा शांतये यस्यत् विरदा वक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परशतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये सर्वमंगला मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. ओम श्री लक्ष्मी नारायणाभ्याम नमः. ओम उमा महेश्वराभ्याम नमः. ओम वाणी हिरण्यगर्भाभ्याम नमः. ओम शची पुरंदराभ्याम नमः. ओम अरुंधति वसिष्ठाभ्याम नमः. ओम श्री सीतारामाभ्याम नमः. ओम इष्टदेवताभ्यो नमः. ओम कुलदेवताभ्यो नमः. ओम सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो महाजनेभ्यो
नमो नमः इति नमस्कारं कुर्यात्। आदौ यजमानस्य हस्तं प्रक्षाल्य, all of you do achamanam. Take the spoon water, take with right hand, drink the water. Please repeat. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Again take water. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Again drink the water. Wash your hands. And do namaskaram. Please repeat. Om Kesavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha. Om Sridharaya Namaha. Om Rishikeshaya Namaha. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Om Damodaraya Namaha. All of you keep like this. Prithivyaha Meroho Prushtarushihi Kurmo Devata Sutalam Chandaha Asane Viniyogaha Ananta Asanaya Namaha Pranavasya Parabrahmarushihi Paramatma Devata Daivi Gayatri Chandaha Pranayami Viniyogaha. All of you do pranayamam. Keep like this. Repeat your inside Omkaram. Om Brahma Bhurbhuvassu Varom. Again, all of you take some akshatas. Please repeat the sankalpam. Om Shri Govinda 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 Asya Shri Mahavishnoho Agneya Pravartamanasya Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Pararthe Shri Shweta Varaha Kalpe Vaivaswata Manvantare Kali Yuge Pradhama Pade Kraunchadvipe Aindra Varshe Ramanaka Khande Uttara Amarikaya Setu Tirtha Kshetre Venkateshwara Swamy Sannidhau Satyanarayana Puja Mandape Samasta Devata Bhagavatu Bhagavata Acharya Sannidhau Asmin Vartamana Vyavaharika Chandramanena Prabhavadi Shashti Samvatsaranam Madhye Shobhagrut Nama Samvatsare Dakshinayane Varsharuto Adhika Sravana Mase Shuklabakshe Atya Dvadashyam Shubhatidhau Vasaraha Sthiravasare Shubhavasare Shubhanakshatre Shubhayoge Shubhakarane Evanguna Visheshana Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhatidhau Bhagavatu Bhagavata Acharya Kainkarya रूपेण. Please, all of you repeat yourself, your inside, your gotram and names. Please repeat the sankalpam. Mama asmakam saha kutumbana kshema sthairya dhairya virya vijaya abhaya ayuhu arogya aishwarya dhanadhanya putra pautra abhi vrutyartham समस्त मंगल अवाप्ति अर्थम श्री रमा सहिता वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण स्वामिनः अनुग्रह कृपा कटाक्ष चित्यर्थम मम गृहे धनकनक वस्तुवाहन समृद्ध्यर्थम समस्त मंगल अवाप्यर्थम श्री रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण स्वामिनः अनुग्रहेण मम अन्योन्य दाम्पत्य फल सिद्ध्यर्थम रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण स्वामिनः व्रत पूजा करिष्ये. All of you leave the akshatas in the bowl with water together. ओम हिरण्यगर्भः संवर्तदाग्रे भूतस्य रातप्रतिरेक आसीत् सदा धार पृथिवीन्द्यामते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम. तदंगा कलश आराधनं करिष्ये. ओम कलशं गंधपुष्पाक्षतैरभ्यर्च्य. All of you take some akshatas. Put in the water bowl. Keep your hands like this on the water bowl. ओम आकलशे स्थापति पवित्रे परिचित्रे पुत्रैः यज्ञेतु वर्धते वो मा भोवा जगन्दरवं विश्वा भूतान्यापप्राणानां सर्वा ओम नमः ओम नमः इंद्राणापो विराडापस्त्राणापस्त्राविद्यापो ज्योतिर्विद्यापो योगस्यापस्त्रापस्त्रापस्त्रापस्त्रमा आपो भूर्भुवस्वरापो गंगे यमुने चैव गोदावरी नर्मदे सिन्धु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु. आयान्तरमादेव पूजार्थं सत्यनारायण पूजार्थं दुर्दक्षेकारकाः कलशोदकेन पूजा द्रव्याणि देवम् आत्मानं सम्प्रोक्ष्य. सर्वाणि द्रव्याणि सम्प्रोक्ष्य. ओम प्लीज रिपीट. ओम पुंडरीकाक्षाय नमः. पुंडरीकाक्षाय नमः. पुंडरीकाक्षाय नमः. ततः निर्विघ्नेन परिसमाप्त्यर्थं श्री महागणाधिपति पूजां करिष्ये. Now we are starting Mahaganapati Puja. All of you take some akshatas and flower. Pray to Lord Ganapati. ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदा आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ओम नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमदपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः. ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्. Please all of you repeat. ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः. ध्यायामि. Drop the akshatas, Lord Ganapati. Please repeat. ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः. आसनं समर्पयामि. Again offer some akshatas to Lord Ganapati. Please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Arkyam Samarpayami. All of you offer some water. Please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Padyam Samarpayami. Again offer some water. Please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Snanam Samarpayami. Again offer some water. Om Apo Yisthamayo Bhavastana Urje Dathatana Maherana Yachakshase Apo Janaya Dhatanaha Snananantaram Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Urdhva Pundram Samarpayami. All of you offer some kumkuma to Lord Ganapati. Om Ahiriva Bhogaihi Pariyedi Bahum Jaya Hetim Paribadhamanaha Astakha Vishwavayunani Vidvan Puman Pumagum Sambaribhatu Vishwataha. All of you take some akshatas. Please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Pushpaihi Pujayami. All of you take some flowers and to Archana. Please repeat. Om Sumukhaya Namaha. Om Ekadantaya Namaha. Om Kapilaya Namaha. Om Gajakarnikaya Namaha. Om Lambodaraya Namaha. Om Vikataya Namaha. Om Vighnarajaya Namaha. Om Dhumraketave Namaha. Om Ganadhyakshaya Namaha. Om Halachandraya Namaha. Om Gajananaya Namaha. Om Vakratundaya Namaha. Om Shurpakarnaya Namaha. Om Herambaya Namaha. Om Skandhapurvajaya Namaha. Om Sarvasiddhi Pradayakaya Namaha. Om Kumara Gurave Namaha. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Dhupam Samarpayami. All of you do namaskaram. Om Murdhanam Divoratam Pratibhyavi Svananamutaya Datamachim Patim Samrajasya Sinjananamasanabhatram Janayanta Devaha. Please repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Deepam Darshayami. Om Mano Higumse Jatave Dogamastam Purusham Jagado Avipradakna Agahitriyama Paripatayam Rupadeepanantaram Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Please all of you repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye Namo Namaha Kadali Bhala Naivedyam Samarpayami. All of you take one banana fruit, put the front of Ganapati. Om Pranaya स्वाहा ओम अपानाय स्वाहा ओम व्यानाय स्वाहा ओम समानाय स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे नमः। प्लीज रिपीट। मध्ये मध्ये पानीयम समर्पयामि। अगेन ऑफर सम वाटर टू लॉर्ड गणपति। उत्तरा भोजनं समर्पयामि, हस्तौ प्रक्षालयामि, पादौ प्रक्षालयामि, ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि। प्लीज रिपीट। ओम महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः। मंगला नीराजनं समर्पयामि। अलाफ्यूडु नमस्कारम। ओम मानो हिगुंसे जातवेदो गामस्त्वं पुरुषं जगत् अविप्रदग्न आगे श्रियाम परिपातया तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः। गोविंद जय बोल गणेश महाराज की। All of you take some akshatas. Please repeat. Om mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam ganadhipa yatpujitam maya deva paripurnam tadastute anena maha ganadhipati supriyatam. Offer to Lord Ganapati. Take the akshatas from Mahaganapati. All of you put yourself on your head and your children's also. Om navo navo bhavati jayamano ange durjasametyagre bhagam devebhyo vidadhatyayan brajandrama astirati dirghamayuh महागणाधिपति प्रसाद सिद्धिद्वारा संकल्पित सर्व कार्याणि निराडंगेन दिग्विजयता सिद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु। जय बोल गणेश महाराज की। Now we are starting Navagraha Puja. All of you take some akshatas and repeat. Om Surya Arishthetu Samprapte सूर्या पूजांचा कारयेत् सूर्य ध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि आत्मा पीडोपा शांतये। ओम सूर्याय नमः। सूर्यग्रहम् आवाहयामि। Offer the akshatas to Lord's feet. Satyanarayana Swamy. Please take again and repeat. Om Chandra Arishthetu Samprapte Chandra Puja Karayet Chandra Dhyanam Pravakshyami Manaha Pidopa Shantaye. Om Chandraya Namaha. Chandragraham Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Please repeat. Om Puja Arishthetu Samprapte Puja Puja Karayet Puja Dhyanam Pravakshyami Roga Pidopa Shantaye. Om Kujaya Namaha. Angaraka Graham Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Repeat. Om Buddha Arishthetu Samprapte Buddha Puja Karayet Buddha Dhyanam Pravakshyami Buddhi Pida Upashantaye. ओम बुधाय नमः बुधग्रहं आवाहयामि. Offer the akshatas and take again. Please repeat. Om Guru Arishthetu Sambrapte Guru Pujancha Karayet Guru Dhyanam Pravakshyami Putra Pidopa Shantaye. Om Bruhaspataye Namaha Bruhaspati Graham Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Please repeat. Om Shukra Arishthetu Sambrapte Shukra Pujancha Karayet Shukra Dhyanam Pravakshyami Kalatra Pidopa Shantaye. Om Shukraya Namaha Shukragraham Avahayami. Please take again and repeat. Om Shani Arishthetu Sambrapte Shani Pujancha Karayet Shani Dhyanam Pravakshyami Prana Pidopa Shantaye. Om Shanaishwaraya Namaha Shanaishwaragraham Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Please repeat. Om Rahu Arishthetu Sambrapte Rahu Pujancha Karayet Rahu Dhyanam Pravakshyami Chakshu Pidopa Shantaye. Om Rahave Namaha Rahugraham Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Please repeat. Om Ketu Arishthetu Sambrapte Ketu Puja Karayet Ketu Dhyanam Pravakshyami Jnanapida Upashantaye. Om Ketave Namaha Ketugraham Avahayami. All of you do namaskaram. Please repeat. Adityaya cha Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya cha Guru Shukra Shanibhyascha Rahave Ketave Namo Namaha. Adityadi Navagraha Devatabhyo Namo Namaha. Adha Ashtadikbalaka Avahanam Garisye. All of you take akshatas. Om Indram Vajdasparihavamahe Janebhyaha Asmakamastu Kevalaha. Please repeat. Om Indraya Namaha Indram Dikpalakam Avahayami. Offer the akshatas and take again. Om Yamaya Namaha Dikpalakam Avahayami. Om Agnaye Tejodhipataye Namaha Agnim Dikpalakam Avahayami. Om Nirurutaye Rakshodhipataye Namaha Nirurutim Dikpalakam Avahayami. Om Varunaya Jaladhipataye Namo Namaha Varunam Dikpalakam Avahayami. Om Vayave प्राणाधिपतये नमो नमः। वायुं दिक्पालकम् आवाहयामि। ओम कुबेराय धनाधिपतये नमो नमः। कुबेरं दिक्पालकम् आवाहयामि। ओम ईशानाय पशुपतये नमो नमः। ईशानं दिक्पालकम् आवाहयामि। इंद्रादि अष्टदिक्पालक देवताभ्यो नमो नमः। Now we are starting Satyanarayana Swamy Avahana, Satyanarayana Swamy Puja. Please, all of you take akshatas and flower. Pray to Lord Satyanarayana Swamy who are inside and repeat Om Lakshmi Narayanau Divyadambati जगतां पति शरण्यो शरणं यामि सर्वा अभीष्टा फलप्रदौ जितन्ते पुंडरीकाक्षा नमस्ते विश्वभावना नमस्तेस्तु ऋषिकेशा महापुरुषा पूर्वजा। ओम ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। ओम महादेव्यै विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। प्लीज रिपीट ओम रमा सहिता वीरवेंकटा सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः ध्यायामि। Offer the akshatas to Lord Satyanarayana Swamy. Please repeat Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha Asanam Samarpayami. Again offer some akshatas and flower. Please repeat Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Hastayoho Arghyam Padayoho Padyam Mukhe Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Offer the water. Om Yat Purushena Havisa Deva Yajnamatanvata Vasanto Asya Sidadyam Grishma Yitma Saradhavihi Saptasyasan Paridhayaha Trisabda Samidha Krutaha. Please repeat Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Panchamruta Snanam Samarpayami. बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की। ओम रमा सहित सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः। पंचामृता स्नानं समर्पयामि। गोविंद बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की। All of you repeat to our inside Om Narayanaaya Namaha, Om Narayanaaya Namaha, and do watch here. Om Sahasrasirja Purujaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrabad Tabhomim Vishwato Vritva Atyadishtat Dashangulam Purusha Yevedagum Sarvam Yat Bhutan Yat Sabhavyam Utamrudatvasyeshanaha यदन्नेनातिरो अति एतावानस्य महिमा अतो ज्यायागुश्च पूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वाभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादोऽर्ध्वमुदयित्पुरुषः पादोऽस्येहा भवात् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामत् शासनानशने अभि तस्माद्विराडजायत विराजो अधिपूरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमथो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञमतन्वता वसन्तो अस्यासीदाज्यम् ग्रीष्म इत्मः शरद्धविः सप्तास्यासन् परिधयः त्रिसप्त समिधः कृताः देवा यज्ञम् तन्वानाः अबध्नन् पुरुषं वशुं तं यज्ञं बर्हिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवा यजन्ता साध्यार्षयश्च ये तस्माद्यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः सम्भृतं वृषदाज्यं पशुगुष्टागुश्चक्रे वायव्यान् आरण्यान् ग्राम्याश्च ये तस्माद्यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः रुजस्सामानि जग्निरे छन्दागुंसि जग्निरे तस्मात् यजस्तस्मादजायता तस्मादश्वा अजायन्ता एके चोभयादतः गावो हजग्निरे तस्माज्जाता अजावयः ॐ मनजः काममाकूतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दमा श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीतवस मे गृहे निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो ममावह आर्द्रां यःकरिणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं गोविन्द चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो ममावह तां आवह जातवेदो लक्ष्मी मनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विन्देयम् पुरुषानहम् ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। बोल रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः। पुनः शुद्धोदक स्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। ओम महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धस्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Please all of you repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha Nananandaram Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. All of you offer some water. Please repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha Divya Parimala Kunkuman Samarpayami. All of you offer some kunkuma. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayadu. Om Mahadevyai Vidmahe Vishnuvatnyai Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayadu. Om, please repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha Pushpaihi Ashtottara Shatanama Pujam Samarpayami. Now we are starting Ashtottara Puja. All of you take akshatas, flowers, whatever you have, and all of you repeat your inside Om Narayanaya Namaha, Om Narayanaya Namaha, and do Archana. Om Kesavaya Namaha, Om Narayanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha, Om Vishnave Namaha, Om Madhusudanaya Namaha, Om Trivikramaya Namaha, Om Vamanaya Namaha, Om Sridharaya Namaha, Om Rishikeshaya Namaha, Om Padmanabhaya Namaha, Om Damodaraya Namaha, Om Sankarshanaaya Namaha, Om Vasudevaya Namaha, Om Pradyumnaya Namaha, Om Niruddhaya Namaha, Om Purushottamaya Namaha, Om Adhokshadaya Namaha, Om Narasimhaya Namaha, Om Achyutaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Upendraya Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Om Narayanaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Om Sauraye Namaha, Om Chakrabanaye Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Vasudevaya Namaha, Om Leelamanuja Vigrahaya Namaha, Om Jagatyonaye Namaha, Om Vamanaya Namaha, Om Jnanapanjaraya Namaha, Om Trivallabhaya Namaha, Om Jagannadhaya Namaha, Om Chaturamurtaye Namaha, Om Vyomakeshaya Namaha, Om Rishikeshaya Namaha, Om Shankaraya Namaha, Om Garudadharaya Namaha, Om Mahadevaya Namaha, Om Narasimhaya Namaha, Om Swayambhuve Namaha, Om Bhuvaneshwaraya Namaha, Om Sridharaya Namaha, Om Devaki Putraya Namaha, Om Jagatyonaye Namaha, Om Vasudevaya Namaha, Om Atinjalaya Namaha, Om Trivatsankaya Namaha, Om Akhiladharaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokapati Prabhave Namaha, Om Trivikramaya Namaha, Om Trikalajnanaya Namaha, Om Tridhamne Namaha, Om Karunakaraya Namaha, Om Rishikeshaya Namaha, Om Sarvajnaya Namaha, Om Sarvagaya Namaha, Om Sarvasmai Namaha, Om Sarvesaya Namaha, Om Sarvasakshikaya Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sarangine Namaha, Om Sheshaya Namaha, Om Halayudhaya Namaha, Om Sahasrabhave Namaha, Om Avyaktaya Namaha, Om Sahasrakshaya Namaha, Om Aksharaya Namaha, Om Ksharaaya Namaha, Om Gajarikhnaya Namaha, Om Kesavaya Namaha, Om Kesimartanaya Namaha, Om Kaitabharaye Namaha, Om Avidyaraye Namaha, Om कामजनकाय नमः ओम कंजलोचनाय नमः ओम कामविद्याय नमः ओम हंसजत्रवे नमः ओम अधर्मजत्रवे नमः ओम काकुत्साय नमः ओम खगवाहनाय नमः ओम नीलाम्बुदत्युदये नमः ओम नित्याय नमः ओम नित्यदृप्ताय नमः ओम नित्यानन्दाय नमः ओम सुराध्यक्षाय नमः ओम निर्विकल्पाय नमः ओम निरञ्जनाय नमः ओम ब्रह्मण्याय नमः ओम पृथिवीनादाय नमः ओम वेदवादसे नमः ओम गुहाश्रयाय नमः ओम वेदगर्भाय नमः ओम विभवे नमः ओम श्रीमते नमः ओम त्रैलोक्यभूषणाय नमः ओम यज्ञमूर्तये नमः ओम अमेयात्मने नमः ओम वरदाय नमः ओम वासवानुजाय नमः ओम जितेन्द्रियाय नमः ओम जितक्रोधाय नमः ओम समदृष्टये नमः ओम सनातनाय नमः ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः ओम जगत्पूज्याय नमः ओम परमात्मने नमः ओम असुरान्तकाय नमः ओम सर्वलोकानामन्तकाय नमः ओम अनन्ताय नमः ओम अनन्तविक्रमाय नमः ओम मायाधाराय नमः ओम निराधाराय नमः ओम सर्वधाराय नमः ओम धराधराय नमः ओम निष्कलंकाय नमः ओम निराभासाय नमः ओम निरामयाय नमः ओम भक्तवश्याय नमः ओम जगत्पूज्याय नमः ओम महोदराय नमः ओम पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनाय नमः ओम त्रिकालज्ञानाय नमः ओम विष्टरस्रवसे नमः ओम चतुर्भुजाय नमः ओम सहस्रशिरसे नमः ओम all of you repeat ओम रमा सहिता सत्यनारायण परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः ततः कुंकुमार्चनं करिष्ये all of you take some kunkuma we are starting Mahalakshmi Archana. All of you repeat who are inside. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha and do Archana. Om Prakrutye Namaha Om Vikrutye Namaha Om Vidyaye Namaha Om Sarvabhuta Hitapradaye Namaha Om Shraddhaye Namaha Om Vibhutye Namaha Om Sarabhye Namaha Om Paramatmikaye Namaha Om Vache Namaha Om पद्मालयाये नमः ओम पद्माये नमः ओम शुचये नमः ओम स्वाहाये नमः ओम सुधाये नमः ओम सुधाये नमः ओम धन्याय नमः ओम हिरण्मये नमः ओम लक्ष्मी नमः ओम नित्यपुष्टाय नमः ओम विभावर्ये नमः ओम अदित्ये नमः ओम दित्ये नमः ओम दीप्ताय नमः ओम वसुधाय नमः ओम वसुधारिण्ये नमः ओम कमलाय नमः ओम कांताये नमः ओम क्षमाय नमः ओम क्षीरोदसंभवाय नमः ओम अनुग्रहपराय नमः ओम रुद्धाये नमः ओम नघाय नमः ओम हरिवल्लभाय नमः ओम अशोकाय नमः ओम अमृताय नमः ओम दीप्ताय नमः ओम लोकशोकविनाशिन्यै नमः ओम धर्मनिलयाय नमः ओम करुणाय नमः ओम लोकमात्रे नमः ओम पद्मप्रियाय नमः ओम पद्महस्ताय नमः ओम पद्माक्षे नमः ओम पद्मसुंदर्ये नमः ओम पद्मोद्भवाय नमः ओम पद्ममुख्ये नमः ओम पद्मनाभप्रियाय नमः ओम रमायै नमः ओम पद्ममालाधरायै नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम पद्मिन्यै नमः ओम पद्मगन्धिन्यै नमः ओम पुण्यगन्धाय नमः ओम सुप्रसन्नाय नमः ओम प्रसादाभिमुख्यै नमः ओम प्रभायै नमः ओम चन्द्रवदनाय नमः ओम चन्द्राय नमः ओम चन्द्रसहोदर्यै नमः ओम चतुर्भुजाय नमः ओम चन्द्ररूपाय नमः ओम इन्दिराय नमः ओम इन्दुशीतलाय नमः ओम आह्लादरण्यै नमः ओम पुष्टये नमः ओम शिवायै नमः ओम शिवकर्यै नमः ओम सत्यै नमः ओम विमलायै नमः ओम शरण्यै नमः ओम तुष्टये नमः ओम दारिद्र्यनाशिन्यै नमः ओम प्रीतिपुष्करिण्यै नमः ओम शान्तायै नमः ओम शुक्लमाल्याम्बरायै नमः ओम प्रियै नमः ओम भास्करयै नमः ओम बिल्वनलयायै नमः ओम वरारोहाय नमः ओम यशस्विन्यै नमः ओम वसुन्धराय नमः ओम उदारांगाय नमः ओम हरण्यै नमः ओम हेममालिन्यै नमः ओम धनधान्यकर्यै नमः ओम सिद्धायै नमः ओम त्रैण सौम्याय नमः ओम शुभप्रदाय नमः ओम नृभवेत्मगदानन्दाय नमः ओम वरलक्ष्मी नमः ओम सुप्रदाय नमः ओम शुभायै नमः ओम हिरण्यप्राकाराय नमः ओम समुद्रतनयायै नमः ओम जयायै नमः ओम मंगलदेव्यै नमः ओम विष्णुवक्षस्थलस्थिताय नमः ओम विष्णुभक्न्यै नमः ओम प्रसन्नाक्षै नमः ओम नारायण समात्रदाय नमः ओम दारिद्र्यध्वंसिन्यै नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम सर्वोपद्रववारण्यै नमः ओम नवदुर्गाय नमः ओम महाकाल्यै नमः ओम ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिवात्मिकाय नमः ओम त्रिकालज्ञानसम्पन्नाय नमः ओम भुवनेश्वर्यै नमः ओम श्री महालक्ष्मी नमः ओम. Please, all of you repeat. Om Samasta Parivaraya Sarvadivya Mangala Vigrahaya Srimate Ramasahita Veeravengada Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha Suvarna Mantrapushpa Dakshina Samarpayami. Om Ramasai Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Dhupamagrabhayami. Om Mordhanandino Aradhimadhyavai Svanamdaya Katmakshi Kavinam Sampragdhina Namasanmabhasam Janayantadeva. Please repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Deepam Darshayami. Om Uddevya Svanata Vedo Bhaktannirvama Asogastamakyamavaha Deepanandadito Dasa. Upadeepanandaram Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. All of you offer some water. Please repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Naivedyam Samarpayami. All of you open work prasadam box and put the front of Satyanarayana Swamy. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Naivedyam Samarpayami. Protya Pariditya Prasantvadatyena Parisinjami Amrutam Bhavatu. Naivedyam. Om Pranaya Swaha. Om Apanaya Swaha. Om Vyanaya Swaha. Om Udanaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Brahmane Namaha. All of you repeat. Om Madhye Madhye పానీయం సమర్పయామి. ఆఫర్ సమ్ వాటర్. ఉత్తరాభోజనం సమర్పయామి. హస్తౌ ప్రక్షాళయామి. పాదౌ ప్రక్షాళయామి. తాంబూలం సమర్పయామి. ఆఫర్ సమ్ అక్షతాస్. రమాసహిత సత్యనారాయణ పరబ్రహ్మణే నమో నమః. మంగళ నీరాజనం సమర్పయామి. ఓం నారాయణాయ విద్మహే వాసుదేవాయ ధీమహి తన్నో విష్ణు ప్రచోదయాత్. ఓం మహాదేవ్యై చ విద్మహే విష్ణుపత్న్యై చ ధీమహి తన్నో లక్ష్మీ ప్రచోదయాత్. ఓం హిరణ్యపాత్రం మధో పూర్ణం దదాతి మధవ్యోసానీతి ఏకధా బ్రహ్మణ ఉపహరతి ఏకథైవ యజమాన ఆయుస్తేజో దధాతి. సమ్రాజం చ విరాజం చ విశ్రేరయాచనో గృహే లక్ష్మీరాస్వస్య యాముఖే తయామాసగుం సృజామసి. బోల్ సత్యనారాయణ భగవాన్ కి. అలా రిపీట్. ఓం రమా సహిత సత్యనారాయణ స్వామినః మంత్రపుష్పం సమర్పయామి. All of you take some akshatas and flower. Please, all of you stand up. Om yopam pushpam veda pushpavan prajavan pasuman bhavati chandramava apam pushpam pushpavan prajavan pasuman bhavati ya evam veda yopamayatanam veda ayatanavan bhavati agnirva apamayatanam ayatanavan bhavati వాయుర్వా అపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి అసౌ వేతపన్నపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి చంద్రమా వా అపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి నక్షత్రాణి వా అపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి పర్జన్యో వా అపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి య ఏవం వేద యోపామాయతనం వేద ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి సంవత్సరో వా అపామాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి యః సంవత్సరస్యాయతనం వేద ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి ఆపో వే సంవత్సరస్యాయతనం ఆయతనవాన్ భవతి య ఏవం వేద యోऽతృణావం ప్రతిష్ఠితాం వేద ప్రత్యేవ తిష్టతి. రాజాధిరాజాయ ప్రజయదాయినే నమో వయం వై శ్రవణాయ కుర్మహే సమే కామాన్ కామకామాయ మహ్యం కామేశ్వరో వై శ్రవణో దదాతు. కుబేరాయ వై శ్రవణాయ మహారాజాయ నమః. ఓం నారాయణాయ విద్మహే వాసుదేవాయ ధీమహి తన్నో విష్ణు ప్రచోదయాత్. ఓం మహాదేవ్యై చ విద్మహే విష్ణుపత్న్యై చ ధీమహి తన్నో లక్ష్మీ ప్రచోదయాత్. All of you repeat. Om Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Atma Pradakshina Namaskaran Samarpayami. All of you do Atma Pradakshinam 3 rounds. Yani kani ja papani janmantara krutani ja tani tani pranasyanti pradakshina pade pade. Papoham papakarmaham papaatma పాప సంభవ త్రాహి మాం కృపయా దేవ శరణాగత వత్సల అన్యథా శరణం నాస్తి త్వమేవ శరణం మమ తస్మాత్ కారుణ్య భావేన రక్ష రక్షో జనార్దన. ప్రార్థనాపూర్వక నమస్కారాన్ సమర్పయామి రమా సహిత సత్యనారాయణ పరబ్రహ్మణే నమో నమః. సువర్ణమంత్ర పుష్పాంజలిం సమర్పయామి. All of you offer the akshatas. All of you do Sashtanga Namaskaram. Ladies, you can down on knees. Purasa shirasa drishtya manasa vachasa tatha padbhyam karabhyam karnabhyam ప్రణామోస్తాంగముచ్యతే సాష్టాంగ నమస్కారాన్ సమర్పయామి. All of you sit down, please. Now we are starting Satyanarayana Swamy Katha. बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की. Now we are starting Satyanarayana Swamy story. Please all of you take some akshatas. Listen the Satyanarayana Swamy story. Om Adha Ramade Satyanarayana Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Vritakatha Prarambha. Sri Satyanarayana story, chapter 1. Shaunaka and 88,000 other rishis assembled at the forest of Naimisharanya and asked Maharshi Suta, the narrator of the Purana, O Maharshi, please tell us how mankind can attain salvation. Maharshi Suta answered, even Narada Muni had asked Lord Vishnu, the consort of Lakshmi, the same question. Let me repeat what Lord Vishnu told Narada. Please listen carefully. Narada, during one of his regular journeys to various worlds, came to the earth. There he saw people suffering as a result of their past deeds. To remove their suffering and offer salvation, Narada traveled to Vishnu Loka and found Lord Vishnu adorned with Shankha, Chakra, Gada and lotus in his four hands and a garland around his neck. Narada spoke humbly, O Supreme Lord, the Savior of the destitute and the troubled, I surrender thy feet. Lord Vishnu greeted him and asked, tell me what you want, and I will fulfill your wishes. Narada replied, O Bhagavan, people on earth are suffering in many ways as a result of their past sinful deeds. Please bestow thy grace and reveal to me as to how they can be helped. Lord Vishnu replied, mankind can rid itself of all its sorrows by performing a puja called Satyanarayana Puja. This puja, when performed according to religious rites, will bring happiness, peace of mind and wealth in his life and salvation beyond. On hearing this, Narada was filled with joy and addressed Lord Vishnu, O Lord, in your infinite grace, please tell me the details of the puja that you have just mentioned. Please, how and when to perform it, and who has performed it before. Lord Vishnu answered, this puja can be performed on a full moon day. One must invite his friends and relatives and perform the puja with devotion, offering fruits, ghee, milk, curd, butter, wheat flour, sugar and honey to God. After the puja is completed, he must read the Satyanarayana story to Lord Satyanarayana and then distribute the prasadam to everyone. The puja thus performed will bring fulfillment of one's wishes, particularly in the Kali Yuga. This puja can bring contentment. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Offer the akshatas and take again. Chapter 2. Maharshi Suta continued, addressing the assembled rishis. O rishis, I will now tell you who have all observed the Satyanarayana Vrata in the past. Once there lived a poor Brahmin in the beautiful city of Kashi. Plagued by acute hunger, he used to wander about in search of food. Lord Vishnu took the form of an old man, appeared before the poor Brahmin and asked, friend, why are you wandering aimlessly? The Brahmin replied, sir, I am a very poor man, unable to bear the pangs of hunger. I beg for alms. Sir, if you know a way out of this misery, please tell me. Lord Vishnu, who was in the guise of an old man, replied, O Brahmin, Lord Satyanarayana grants the wishes of all his devotees and removes their sorrows. So you should perform his puja and reap its benefits. Lord Vishnu then explained and the details of the Satyanarayana Vrata to the Brahmin and disappeared. The poor Brahmin resolved to perform the puja after a sleepless night. He got up early in the morning and went to beg for alms. His mind fixed on only one thing, namely the puja. That day he got a lot of money with which he bought fruits, milk, curd, and honey, and performed the puja with his friends and relatives. With Lord Satyanarayana's grace, he shed his poverty and lived a contented life. Every month on full moon day, he performed the puja and finally attained moksha. Maharishi Suta continued. One day, when his Brahmin from Kashi was observing Satyanarayana Vrata, a woodcutter entered his house and asked for water. Seeing the Brahmin perform the puja, the woodcutter inquired about the puja. The Brahmin, who had been bestowed with Lord Vishnu's grace, spoke this. This is called Satyanarayana Vrata. One who observes the Vrata will be blessed by the Lord. I myself have been bestowed with wealth. The woodcutter was delighted to hear this. He learned the proper way to perform the puja, ate the prasad that was offered, and went his way. With Lord Satyanarayana in his mind, the woodcutter resolved he would observe the vrata with whatever he was going to earn by selling firewood that day. He went to that part of the city where rich people lived, sold the firewood and made twice the normal profit. Placed with his luck, the woodcutter brought bananas, sugar, ghee, milk, curd, honey, and wheat flour, and performed the Satyanarayana puja with his friends and relatives. By Lord Satyanarayana's grace, he too acquired the enough wealth, lived comfortably, and finally attained moksha. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavani ki. Offer the akshatas and take again. Chapter 3. Maharshi Suta continued. O best of ascetics, I will now tell you the story further. In the olden days, there lived wise king by the name Ulkamukha. He had mastered all his sense, and always spoke the truth. He used to go to temple every day and offer gifts to the Brahmins. His lotus-faced wife was a pure and pious woman. One day, the royal couple was performing Satyanarayana Puja at the banks of the river Bhadrashila. At the time, a merchant called Sadhu sailed by. Seeing the king perform some puja, Sadhu stopped his boat, got off, and addressed the king humbly. O king, would you kindly tell me what you are doing with such devotion and concentration? The king replied, O Sadhu, I have no children. In order that I may be blessed with children, I am worshipping the Lord Almighty Satyanarayana. Almighty Satyanarayana. On hearing this, Sadhu spoke humbly. O king, please tell me how to perform the puja. I would like to observe the vrata, as I too have no children. The king told him all the details. Sadhu returned home and with great joy told his wife that day should perform Satyanarayana puja, which will fulfill their desire to have children. He then resolved to perform the puja after the child was born. By the divine grace, Sadhu's wife Leelavati soon conceived and due course gave birth to a beautiful girl who was named Kalavati. One day, Leelavati reminded her husband of his promise to perform Satyanarayana puja. Sadhu told his wife that he would do the puja at the time of his daughter's wedding and got busy with his work. In the meantime, Kalavati grew up and blossomed into a lovely girl. Sadhu sent out messengers to find a suitable bridegroom for his daughter. One of his messengers found a good-natured and handsome boy in a Vaishya's family from Kanchananagar. Sadhu found the boy to be a suitable match for his daughter, and celebrated her marriage with great pomp and show. But Sadhu completely forgot about the Satyanarayana Puja, and the Lord placed a curse on Sadhu. Then one day Sadhu went a business trip with his son-in-law. He stopped to trade at Ratnapur, which was ruled by King Chandraketu. During the time he was in Ratnapur, some thieves robbed the king's treasury and were running away. The king's soldiers followed them in hot pursuit. The frightened thieves threw all the things they had robbed near Sadhu and his son-in-law and escaped. Finding the things of king's treasures near Sadhu and his son-in-law, the king's soldiers thought that they were the thieves, arrested them and brought them before the king. The king ordered them to be chained and thrown into the prison. Because of Lord's Maya, nobody even listened to what Sadhu had to say in his defense. King Chandraketu also conflicted all their merchandise. Lord Satyanarayana's curse did not spare even Sadhu's wife. Some robbers broke into her house and Lilavati lost everything. One day Kalavati was very hungry and went out of the house. She wandered here and there and stopped at a house where Satyanarayana Puja was being performed. She stayed at the place until the puja was finished and ate the prasad that was offered. When she reached home, it was very late in the night. Lilavati asked her where she had been. Kalavati told her mother that she was listening to Satyanarayana Katha in somebody's house. Lilavati at once remembered her husband's promise to perform the puja and resolved to observe the Satyanarayana Vrata herself. She collected all her relatives and friends, prayed to Lord Satyanarayana to forgive their sins. Lord Satyanarayana was placed with Lilavati's prayers. He appeared before the King Chandraketu in his dreams and told him to release the two merchants from prison as they were not the real thieves. If the king failed to do so, Lord Satyanarayana warned that his kingdom, wealth and children would all disappear. Next morning, the king told his counselors about his dream and ordered Sadhu and his son-in-law to be released and brought before him. The latter were frightened and stood before the king with bowed heads. The king talked to them gently and said, "You two have suffered greatly because of your fate, but now there is nothing to fear." The king returned their merchandise, gave them new clothes and gifts, and bade them goodbye. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Offer the akshatas and take again. Chapter 4. Sadhu and his son-in-law loaded their boat with the riches given to them by the king and sailed homewards. Lord Satyanarayana wanted to test Sadhu. Further, he took the form of an ascetic with a trident, appeared before Sadhu and asked him what he was carrying in his boat. Without realizing that the ascetic was indeed Lord Satyanarayana in disguise, Sadhu laughed mockingly and said, "You Brahmin, were you thinking of stealing my things? We do not have any valuable in the boat except leaves and creeper plants." Whereupon Lord Satyanarayana replied, "Ho Sadhu, so be it." The god then departed in the great haste and stood by the seashore. When Sadhu went into his boat, he discovered to his horror that the boat was filled with leaves and creeper plants. Just he had freshly told the ascetic. Sadhu snored at the sight, but was revised by his son-in-law, who spoke. This must be this must be the curse of the ascetic. He must be a mystic. Let us go to him and ask for his forgiveness. The two merchants went to the seashore where the ascetic was meditating. They fell his feet and repeatedly begged for his forgiveness. Blessed by Sadhu's devotion, the Lord said, Sadhu, do not weep. You suffer because you have broken your promise time and again. On hearing this, Sadhu prayed to God, O Lord, even Brahma and other devas drowned in your Maya cannot compare in your various forms completely. How can I, with my limited ability, comprehend your various forms? I pray according to my limited knowledge. Please show me your true form and bless me. Upon hearing this, God was pleased and granted his wishes, restoring his merchandise in the boat, and disappeared. The two merchants then joyfully sailed homewards. On reaching their hometown, they sent a messenger to their wives to inform them of their safe arrival. At that time, Lilavati and Kalavati were performing Satyanarayana Puja. Lilavati quickly finished the puja and asked her daughter to do so. She then hurried to the seashore to meet her husband, Kalavati. Kalavati, in her angriness to meet her husband, forgot to eat the prasad and rushed the seashore. Rushed the seashore. This action of her angered Lord Satyanarayana. He caused the boat and her husband to drown in the sea. Not finding her husband, Kalavati started weeping. All were wonderstruck and frightened. Sadhu was at a loss of to know that to do. Thinking that it was Lord Satyanarayana's Maya, he announced to everybody that he would perform Satyanarayana Puja and prayed to Lord Satyanarayana again and again. At this, Lord Satyanarayana, the savior of the sinner, was very pleased and said, O Sadhu, your daughter did not eat the prasad in her haste to see her husband, and she made him and the boat disappear. Let her go home and take the prasad and return. On hearing this, Kalavati rushed the home and ate the prasad. When she returned the seashore, she found to her joy her husband and the boat. Then Sadhu returned home happily with his relatives, performed Satyanarayana Puja on every full moon day. With God's grace, he enjoyed all the comforts in the world and finally attained salvation. Bol Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Offer the akshatas and take again. Chapter 5. Maharshi Suta continued. Once there was a king called Tungadvaja who underwent a lot of misery because he refused the Satyanarayana Prasad. One day, after hunting, he was resting under a tree. Cowherds were happily performing Satyanarayana Puja nearby. The king, in vanity, refused the prasad they offered. When he reached his place, he found that his kingdom, all his sons, his wealth, and Satyanarayana was everything had disappeared. Then according to the Lord Satyanarayana was probably angry with him. He went to back to the cowherds, prostrated himself before Lord Satyanarayana and performed the puja with great devotion. The Lord showered his blessings, and the king regained everything he had
last earlier. He lived happily and reached Vaikuntha after his death. Maharishi Suta said, O holy man, I have narrated to you the Satyanarayana Katha, which was originally told by Lord Vishnu to Narada Muni. By observing this vrata, mankind can attain salvation. In this Kali Yuga, observance of the vrata can lead to gratification of one's wishes. Thus ended the narration of Maharishi Suta, after which Shaunaka and other rishis returned to their respective places.
बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की रमा सहित सत्यनारायण पर ब्रह्मणे नमो नमः. Please all of you stand up. Now the Mahaharati.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Om Jai Jagannath
नोंगे संकट दास जनोंगे संकट क्षण में दूर करे. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. जो ध्यावे भलो पावे दुख बिनु से मन का स्वामी दुख बिनु से का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे. सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तनु का. ओम जय देश हरे. माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गव मुगे सकी. स्वामी शरण गव मुगे सकी. ब्रह्म बिना और न दूजा तम तुम और न दूजा आशुकुरम सकी. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. तुम पुराण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी. स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी. पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता. स्वामी तुम पालन करता. मैं मोर काल स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी. कृपा करो भरता. ओम जय देश हरे. ये कुआ गोचर सबके प्राण स्वामी सबके प्राणपति. किसी विधि मिलोन दयामय किसी विधि मिलोन दयामय तुमको कुमति. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम ठाकुर मेरे. स्वामी तुम अपने हाथ बढ़ावो अपने प्रेम बढ़ावो वारु बढ़ा दे रे. ओम विषय विकारो निकावो पाप हरो देवा. स्वामी कट हरो. श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ावो संतन के सेवा. ओम जय देश हरे. मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के ओम जय जगदीश हरे। नारायण नारायण ओम नमो नारायण नारायण ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय जगदीश, जय बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की, गोविंदा।
Dear devotees, we are concluding this evening live telecast right now. We will get back to you tomorrow morning 10:30 Sri Mahaganapati Abhishekam. Please all of you keep watching and seek blessings from Sri Venkadeswara Swamy, Sri Satyanarayana Swamy. Dhanyavadaha. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu.